Welcome back to Front Page Fades Barbershop News. This morning, we were scrolling trying to find something to give you guys. We came across an article which it was very intriguing. You know what I mean? Like to somebody who needs their brain picked all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like this was crazy. It was about two brothers who were being charged for murder, but only one brother at the time was being charged. And one brother was trying to confess for it, but they wouldn't allow him to confess for it. So basically what happened was in 2003, one of the brothers were caught for a murder, convicted in 2005, right? The other brother was arrested in 2008 for another murder, right? So when he tried to confess for the first murder in 2003, in 2013, they were saying they don't want to accept the confession because now at this point he's serving football numbers. So it's like they're saying the only reason basically why you would only be doing that right now is because you're trying to free up your brother. But as the prosecutors start to dig deeper, the information that comes out is only information that you'd be privy to if you knew the circumstances, if you were around the circumstances, or if you have anything to do with the circumstances. So what happens is now they're saying that if that information was able to go to the jury, right, it would have had a different outcome on the verdict. Maybe not a not guilty, but maybe a mistrial. Either way, it would have a different outcome on the verdict, and that's all they were aiming for when they got denied in 2018 for a new trial. So in 2021, I believe this conviction was overturned. And he was ordered to go to a halfway house pending a new trial on a bail hearing. On a bail, sorry. So the prosecutor still could go ahead and retry the case, or they're going to drop it. But deep down, that's a legal matter. We don't really touch on legal matters. We're just talking about the situation of how this could happen. In my eyes, you could say the brother's a real brother because maybe he's just serving 99 years and he feels like both of them shouldn't be in jail together, right? Or on the other hand, somebody could be like, how could somebody allow their brother to go to jail for the 10 years? Because it was basically 2003 to 2013 before the confession even came out. So it's one of those things where it's like, was the initial brother holding it down a real person for not saying anything for the first 10 years? Or is the other brother a piece of shit for not coming forward for the first 10 years? That's open for however you live your life. You know what I mean? We're just trying to say, like, we commend him for even coming forward because a lot of people wouldn't even come forward. You know what I mean? A lot of people would be angry at life. A lot of people would be like, yo, if I'm doing this amount of time, you should be doing this amount of time too. And it's like, for him to even stick to it and keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, knowing that there's no gain for him, because there is no gain for him. There literally is no gain. So to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing until he actually got free is very commendable. And in my book, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the definition of a real individual for me. But the circumstances and the litigating factors and everything around it is something that obviously we're never going to know because we don't know what happened. We just know like the people's names. We know who's involved. We know what happened, but we don't know like their family situation. We don't know if it was something that, you know what I mean? Like it had to be done. So we're not going to talk on that. We're just going to say at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, you could comment down below. If you were a person that were in a situation like that, would you take on the heat to let somebody else go free? Or would you confess to something that you did do, and now you feel like somebody else is being punished for it? You know what I'm saying? Those are the questions we're gonna leave you guys with today. So you could go look at it. It's from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? The case happened in 2003. You know what I mean? And it's a big thing right now. So if you guys want to go take in the case, you're feel free to go do that. the individuals involved in this case, their names are actually Kevin Dugar, and I believe the brother's name was Kevin Smith. They're allegedly identical twins, but they both have different last names. So if you see those two names and you come across it, it should be the same article. Read it over, and figure out your conclusion. But we came to the conclusion that this is a commendable thing, and we think that, like, you know what I mean. There's gonna be a lot more of these happening, because in a time where things were happening and people were just being charged for stuff, a lot of people were being wrongfully convicted. So I know you're going to be seeing a lot more of this popping up in the news and everything, but this is something that we have to bring to light to you in the barbershop, because this is something that we were discussing about. So like, share, comment, subscribe, and follow us at Front Page Fades on Instagram.